roll call.
Mr. Ray?
Here.
Mr. Hojo?
Here.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coons?
Here.
Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Mr. Nuttall?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're looking for a motion to accept minutes from April 20th, 2026 council meeting as presented, not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes from April 20th, 2026 council meetings presented, not read.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hojo?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. We're looking next for a motion to accept purchase orders from April 2nd, 2026 to May 1st, 2026 totaling $85,549.45 as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept purchase orders from April 2nd, 2026 to May 1st, 2026 totaling $85,549.45 as presented and not read.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hojo?
Yes. Thank you. We're looking next for a motion to accept bills from April 2nd, 2026 to May 1st, 2026 totaling $582,472.18 as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept bills from April 2nd, 2026 to May 1st, 2026 totaling $582,472.18 is presented and not read.
Second. Roll call.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hojo?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Thank you. We're looking next for a motion to accept February 2026 bank reconciliation report as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept February 2026 bank reconciliation report as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hojo?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Thank you. We're looking next for a motion to accept April 2026 DOPS delinquency report as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept April 2026 DOPS delinquency report as presented, not read.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hojo?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, the reading of ordinances and resolutions, please.
Resolution number 7573-2026, a resolution to appropriate funds for community events, special projects. Whereas the Village of Lakemore periodically supports special community projects and events that require the involvement of village personnel for public safety, public works, and operational coordination. And whereas it is necessary to provide proper funding to cover wages, overtime, and associated costs for the village employees performing duties related to these projects. And whereas external event costs, including entertainment, rides, fireworks, private security, and contracted EMS, will be paid by external partners and not by the village. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, the sum of $14,000 is hereby appropriated from the general fund to a line item entitled Community Events Special Projects to cover wages, overtime, and associated costs for village personnel performing duties related to special community projects or events during fiscal year 2026. Section 2, expenditures from this line item shall be limited to village employee costs, operational support, and associated costs only in accordance with applicable laws and village policies. Section 3, any expenditure beyond the approved appropriation shall require prior council approval. Section 4, the fiscal officer is hereby authorized and directed to disperse funds from this line item for lawful and documented employee expenses as described above. Section 5, this resolution shall take effect on the earliest period allowed by law. Resolution number 7580-2026, a resolution approving the promotion of Lieutenant Justin Wise to Captain in the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the promotion of Justin Wise from Lieutenant to Captain in the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this promotion is effective on May 6, 2026. Resolution number 7581-2026, a resolution approving the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Jeff Verdon as a full-time firefighter for the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to hire Jeff Verdon as a full-time firefighter with the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, Mr. Verdon will earn $21 per hour. He will be provided health insurance after 60 days. Section 3, it is found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect on May 6, 2026. Resolution number 7582-2026, a resolution approving the promotion of Fire Medic Bryant Ernsberger to Lieutenant in the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the promotion of Bryant Ernsberger as a fire medic to a lieutenant in the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this promotion is effective on May 6, 2026. Resolution number 7583-2026, a resolution accepting the resignation of Brandon Charles as a full-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council regretfully accepts the resignation of Brandon Charles as a full-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department and thanks him for his service. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect on May 8, 2026. Resolution number 7584-2026, a resolution approving the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Jake Curran as a full-time firefighter with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to hire Jake Curran as a full-time firefighter with the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, Mr. Curran will earn $21 per hour. He will be provided health insurance after 60 days. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect on May 6, 2026. Ordinance number 1930-2026, an ordinance to amend Ordinance 1906-2025, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to increase appropriations in General Fund $22,988.70 for Lexipol for the police and 1514 Front Street. BGA Grant Fund 2054, $1,000 for the BGA grant expenses. COPS Fast Fund 2121, $5,280 for the LEM HWA grant expenses. Nuisance Abatement Fund 2902, $1,350 for 1514 Front Street. Parks and Recreation Donation Fund to 2906, $208 for replacement of a slat on a memorial bench. Section 2, Council approves to increase revenue in BJA Grant Fund 2054, $1,000 from the BJA Grant. Cops Fast Fund 2121, $13,509.82 from the LEM HWA Grant and Cops Fast Hiring Grant. Parks and Rec Donation Fund 2906, $208 for replacement of the slat on a memorial bench. Section 3, Council approved to transfer funds from General Fund to Nuisance Abatement Fund 2902, $1,350 for 1514 Front Street. General Fund to General Obligation Bond Retirement Fund 3101, $8,871.50 for the USDA loan payment for the 2018 ambulance. Section 4, Treasury for payments from any of the foregoing appropriations upon receiving prop certificates and vouchers therefore, approved by board or officers authorized by law to approve the same, or an ordinance or resolution of council to make the expenditures, provided that no warrant shall be drawn or paid for salaries or wages, except to persons employed by authority of and in accordance with law or ordinance. It shall be provided further that the appropriations for contingencies can only be expended upon appeal 2/3 vote of council for items of expense constituting a legal obligation against the village for purposes other than those covered by their specific appropriations herein made. Section 5, this ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the village of Lakemore, Ohio. Therefore, this ordinance shall go into effect immediately.
Thank you. Okay, for the mayor's report, I don't have much this evening, except I want to remind everyone that tomorrow is election day. So please make it to the polls if you're able, and please let your voice be heard. Okay, that's all I have. Sam?
Cool. Yeah, I'll just echo that. I don't think there's any issues this time around. I think it's all just like primary candidates, correct? So,
Yeah.
but still, it's very, very important. So, get out there and vote. And also, it's warm now, and I know everybody wants to work on their houses. Just make sure that if you're changing anything in the landscape, make sure you have a zoning permit, or ask if you need one, because if you don't want Old Man Jack to come and give you a violation. That's really all I got.
Yeah, I don't have much. I just want to, because the weather's warmer, I know school's winding down, but I still do see a lot of kids and other pedestrians just kind of walking on Sanitarium, which is a very busy street. So just, message for all the motorists out there to be mindful of anyone who might be walking on that street and others. And then, don't really have anything else other than the next council meetings will be May 18th and June 1st, each at 6 p.m.
Thank you.
All right, just a reminder that June 27th will be our annual youth fishing derby. It's getting warmer, it's time to fish. I know the fish are biting right now. I hope to bring the little ones out and enjoy the day with us. I'm working on our sponsors and stuff as we speak, and we're getting that going. I also like to announce, hey, the Deagles have landed. They're in our parks. I've had a few people that's found them. I've had a few people that's turned them into the pit stop and got their iced teas. I had one little girl that she was sad she had to give it up, so they went ahead and pulled the sticker off of it and let her have it. So they're out there. Take a walk. You find one, go get an iced tea.
I'm going on the hunt. No, Nikki, you're up.
Okay, I have a save the date for everybody. So this year the Village of Lakemore is hosting our second annual Fatherhood event. If anyone went last year, we had a bike repair day that was hugely successful. I just also want to thank everyone that participated last year. That was a great event. So this year we're doing it again, not with the bikes, but we're celebrating on June 13th from noon to 3 at Dots Lakefront Park. The address is 2425 Lakeside Drive, Lakemore, Ohio. This year's theme is giving support and resources to dads so that their families struggle less. So I do believe it's going to be a lot of booth setup with just resources, and we're going to have food, we're going to have a DJ, we're just going to have fun down at the lake. We'll bust out all the toys for the kids out of the shed, and yeah, that's June 13th from noon to 3 at Dots Park. So if anybody has any further questions, you can always get a hold of Tracy or any of us. I also wanted to mention that I put a flyer out on Facebook looking for support for the Lakemore Lunch Club, and my heart is so full. I have gotten so many wonderful responses and so much support. I just want to thank everybody. Every donation goes directly to feeding the kids 3 times a week for 8 weeks in the summer, which helps the parents in the summer months when we got to feed all these kids. And so now I just wanted to, I'll list everyone later as we're getting more donations come in, but I just wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for entrusting me with your kids and supporting this program, which means a lot to me. So, but if you are a business or anyone who wants to get involved or make a donation or drop off popsicles, you can always get a hold of me or get a hold of Tracy or Mayor or anybody here. We'll take whatever you got. So that's all I have. I just wanted to say thank you for the huge amount of support. So my heart is full.
Heather.
All right. Put me down for another ice cream social this year.
That was great.
So-
I will put you on the schedule.
Yes, so
Thank you,
just
Heather.
let me know what date works for you guys. So.
All right.
Okay. You just did the council meetings, correct? Not the workshops. Okay. So the next council workshop will be May 12th and May 26th, each at 6 p.m. To piggyback off of the yard work and all that other stuff, just kind of be mindful not to blow your grass clippings into the road. That's hazardous to motorcycles. Also, grass clippings, leaves, things like that. Just be mindful not to blow them into the waterways, into the ditches, because that does impact all the water going into the lake. The lake numbers are looking a lot better, so we kind of don't want to go back to where we were. Just kind of watch using pesticides, herbicides, things like that. If you're over by the lake, all of that has a negative impact as well. And just kind of remind everyone that if you are in the 44312 area code, your mailing address says Akron, but I don't think a lot of people know that they're actually in Lakemore. So when you go to renew your tags, make sure that it says Lakemore on your paperwork. The money that they collect from that, if it says just Akron and not Lakemore, that money will go to fix Akron roads. So if it says Lakemore, that money will come to Lakemore that they charge from the fees to fix Lakemore roads. So just kind of be mindful, know where you live. Not so much an issue with the 44250 because that's a Lakemore mailing address, but I think one of the things that kind of hurt us in the census was people didn't know they actually lived in Lakemore. So just because it's a 44312, you still live in Lakemore in certain areas. So just kind of be mindful of that. And with that, that is all that I have.
Thanks, Heather. Scott.
The Memorial Day Parade will be May 25th at 11 a.m. and line up at the Springfield High School starting at 10 a.m. And to piggyback everything about watch out for kiddos. They're out there. There's a lot. We have a lot now. There's
Especially in your neck of the woods.
yeah. We the demographic changed quickly. So just watch out. We don't want anything bad to happen. So
For sure.
And we got an influx of kids that got scooters this year for Christmas. I'm talking the dangerous ones that all the ERs are like, don't let your kid have these scooters. Every kid in Lakemore has one. Be mindful.
Right.
Also,
You,
they need
like,
to be
you-
mindful.
they jump out at you.
I
around
know.
the corners. It's wild.
And there's so many. I've lost track.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jennifer?
sorry.
Yeah, so first of all, today and tomorrow, possibly Wednesday if they need more time, Everbright Street Sweeping is going to be out sweeping the streets. We try to do this every other year. It's one of the best management practices that's prescribed by Summit Soil, EPA, all that. It also just makes everything look nicer. So if you see them out and about, or if you see them up at Waterworks filling up the hydrant, they're allowed. Second, we have another group from Springfield Assembly and also Habitat for Humanity who are interested in helping people with their yards or minor repairs. So I'm sure there are people who need help mowing or whatever. Please get a hold of me. I've already had a couple people. And I'll get you in contact and we'll get things rolling. But we're gearing up again for the beginning of the season with zoning violations and stuff, and keeping your yard mowed is one of them. And I'd prefer finding help for somebody with yard work or cleaning up or whatever, as opposed to sending violations and fines. So we have a good group of people. They did a lot of help last year, so I'd like to continue it.
In the rain.
Yeah, in the rain.
It was a day.
That's fun.
Also, so Miss Perkins from Spring Hill Elementary, her class headed up a walk-a-thon project for the entire school. And what it was is they signed up, they had people sponsor them, and then for every 20 minutes they walked, they got 20 minutes of recess. And there were some kids who raised like $130. So I went with Sergeant Morrison Friday, and they presented us with money that was donated to the Shop with the Cop for the Lakemore kids, which was $1,667, which will cover 11 kids, which we usually take 10 or 11. So those students raised enough money, and some of them worked really hard because they said that they got to go.
Oh, that makes
and
me
they
so
wanted
happy.
other
That's
kids
so
to
cool.
be able to benefit from
That's
it.
awesome.
And then they also raised $1,000 for a Lakemore food pantry,
That's awesome.
which,
That's crazy.
which will afford like 2 or 3 months worth of groceries for like 60 families.
Wow.
So
Get
they
the real
were
Rice Krispies in there.
I know. They were so excited. We got our pictures taken with them in front of their wall of the shoes and all that. So I just wanted to say thank you to Miss Perkins' class. And some of the little kids who came down for the summer thing were there waving. And for the
Good
for the
work,
school,
kids.
Yeah, that was
That
a
is
lot of work,
awesome.
so-
That makes me so proud.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So that's all I got.
That's awesome. Okay, we're moving into old
I
business.
think you got someone that needs to speak.
Oh, we have someone to speak. That's right. I'm sorry. Hearing before council. I just looked at that. Mr. Jurgen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor.
Your name and address and reason for speaking first, and then the time is yours. 3 minutes.
I'll try. John Jurgen, 1177 Hanover Drive. I'd like to talk to you tonight about EMS squad billing. When we first moved in here, I had occasion to call the squad, 911, transport my wife to the hospital, and received a bill for it finally, $25. And having lived in Mogador Village for 10 years and Suffield Township for 30 years, I've never got a bill for fire services before. So I was curious. I said, what's this? Well, it's a bill for that service. I said, I'm a resident. I pay property taxes and help fund those services. Getting an invoice from them is insulting. And you all said to me, well, that's all right. As a resident, you don't have to pay it. It's soft billing. And I said, if I don't have to pay it, then why send me an invoice? You know, duh. Well, that's just the way it's set up. Okay. So last year, unfortunately, I had to use those services 3 more times for my wife. I just got 2 bills from your agent, Life Force Management. One is for $25. We assume you've overlooked this or misplaced a bill. This letter will serve as a reminder that the invoice is past due and payment is expected. The other invoice from 2025 for the 3 charges says, if you fail to respond to this letter within 10 days, this bill will be turned over to the Attorney General's office for collection. So apparently your agent has upped their game and is now gonna turn this over to collections. However, I don't think that the State's Attorney General's office has a civil collections bureau, certainly not for $75. But I assume this is the same thing. Now, I can call these people and say, I will start legal action for you for harassment, illegal harassment. Or you can call these people and call this off and say, look, this is a resident. Now, I don't know how Suffield did this. I don't know how Mogador did this. I don't know whether they gave them a list of addresses and names that says, don't send these people bills, because I never got a bill from those entities. I don't know how it happens. I don't care how it happens. But receiving a bill for these services that I don't have to pay, you tell me, and I asked at the time, well, what about the people that don't know they don't have to pay? Are you trying to scrape the last buck off of these people? Guilting them or making them assume this is some kind of insurance copay? They don't have to pay it. If you don't have to pay it, don't send the bill, and certainly don't send a letter threatening collections for that bill. That goes from dumb to insane. And I mean, it's dumb because I worked for years as the treasurer for the Suffield Township's fire levies. And when I came here, I went over to see Chief Reinbold and extended that service to him if he wanted it.
About 3 minutes.
So
That's close, right?
I know how hard it is to pass a fire levy, and I'm also aware of how vote no, enough is enough people, it can spread. And it can spread from stuff like this of, you know, you tell this story to neighbor friends, and pretty soon, emotionally, people go, well, I'm not supporting those guys. You know, I got a chance to save some money here on my tax bill. No, I'm going to vote no. But we don't need them to vote no. We need them to vote yes for these things. It's vitally important. And you don't want to start, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do that. But what about the next guy who's a little bit less unstable than him? That's going to go, hey, you know, I'm going to fix these guys good. You're just asking for trouble by doing this, or by your agent doing this. And I'd like to see it stop. And, you know, I point out the positives in this village, and I point out the things that are good and done by employees and elected officials of this village. And I also think then I should be able to point out things that are nonsensical about this and
Yes.
just cease and desist this stuff. It's
The chief
dumb.
and the two assistant chiefs do have a meeting scheduled with Life Force to figure out all the nuances to try to improve it. We do have an agreement with Life Force and the Attorney General's office that is the process. Before it gets to that, though, our chiefs are supposed to get the list to say these are the residents and wipe the balance.
I trust that.
So-
I do know that the chiefs are upset about it as much as you are. They've seen this, they've heard it. They have been in contact enough to where they were considering changing companies.
Yeah, this
But
thing can poison you.
for some reason, this company, it serves like the greater part of this area.
Oh, yeah.
And it's happening, if I'm not mistaken, it's happening all of them. Something changed within their network, something changed within their,
But they're better, they're the lesser of
they're the lesser of the
right
evils,
now.
but something changed in their
Unless
programs
you're-
or whatever they're using and started sending this stuff out. The chiefs are very much aware of it and they are working on the issue.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I think we should call Mogador and Suffield and see who they use for this.
Before, wasn't it like internally, as far as like the billing?
It's always, well, it was a different company, but it's been Life Force for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, they've changed
Something's
softwares and
Pro-
protocols,
practice
and like I said, they're better than the other billing companies they've
I've
looked
spoken
into,
to
but
Chief Rasnick and Suffield casually about this, and didn't ask him particulars of how do they do this, how do you do this?
Or who they use.
I just communicated the surprise that I had from it.
Well,
So there must be something they're doing different.
great. Well, I'm sorry that it's caused such consternation with you and your life and with you and your wife, and we appreciate you taking the time to come
I'm
down here.
especially sensitive to it because I have just fought a year with Cleveland Clinic, who was going to turn my bill over to collections, that they miscoded to the insurance company for $2,500.
Wow.
And threatened me with
Lots of
collections.
things,
And I
right.
had to set up a
No.
payment plan just to keep it out of collections. And then they finally figure out what they did wrong, send an apology, and I was going to write them a letter that said, I appreciate your sincere apology. However, it doesn't make up for the anguish, agony, and sleepless nights it caused me for 14
I'm sorry,
months.
Mr. Urian. Right.
So, when you get something like this, it's like,
Right.
Well, thank you for bringing it to our attention.
thank you for helping.
Appreciate you coming.
No.
You thank us once you stop getting those notices.
Right. Right. Especially the Attorney General. I'm sorry. That is.
That's up in your game,
It is. It is. We'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you.
So hopefully we'll get a good update after Chiefs have a meeting with this
Yeah.
company and see how we can get this from
I got
happening.
a meeting with them in the morning anyway, so I got a couple
Yeah.
things I got to ask them. So
Just add that to
And after the last
I'll add that to the
issue I
list.
had with Assistant Chief there, that, I kind of briefed you on, and
Yes.
used the word disappointing.
Yes.
This is again somewhat disappointing.
For sure. For sure. I hear you. We hear you, Mr. Jurgen. Thank you for sharing all of that. Okay, at this time, we're going to move into old business. Ms. Anderson, you have a resolution?
All right, I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution 7573-2026. And this is the third reading, so it's not an emergency.
What was the resolution?
Oh, I'm sorry, 7573-2026. Oh, Jesus.
It's been a while.
My ADHD is strong. Oh my gosh.
Just take
a
a deep breath.
resolution. Yeah, a resolution to appropriate funds for community events and special projects. So, sorry about that.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Scott. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
I'm gonna say I'm doing this because it's I think that you have not asked for you pay for a lot of things out of your pocket, right? Since you've been on mayor 2.5 years almost, right? And I know this is it's an event for the entire year, right? Like it's not just for one singular event, it's a fund. But I also know that this is something that has been a passion project for a while, and I support it. So I'm going to vote yes.
All right, Mr. Hoja?
I'll also vote yes.
Mr. Strickmeyer?
I, at this point in time, find it to be fiscally irresponsible to be taking money out of our general fund when we have issues that need to be addressed. So my vote is no.
Mrs. Coons?
I am very excited to have a fun event in our community, and this money here ensures that we are safe with our own police department and our own fire and medics. We will ensure that we have a very safe event for our community, and I'll say that Richard, Mayor Cole, does not ask for much, and we're going to have a good weekend, so my vote is yes.
Ms. Anderson? I've thought about this vote, and I take the village's fiscal responsibility very seriously. I don't take things lightly. This is going to pay for the safety services. This is not going to pay for fireworks. It's not going to pay for the rides. It's not going to pay for, the porta potties. It's not going for that. This is to ensure that this event is safe for our community. But in that, to me, not only is it important to look at the morale of our safety services, look at the morale of our employees, look at the morale of the DOPS, things like that. To me, it's also important to look at the morale of our community. One of the great things about Lakemore that all of us looking back, we always say, hey, we had this, you know, at the plaza, we had this going on, we had the regattas going on, we had all this going on. And at the time of those, we're not looking back, sitting there saying, you know, well, how much did that cost the village? You know, while the regatta was privately funded, we still provided, you know, the safety services for those. So to me, it's very important to give the kids today those special memories that keep us tied to our community. That's why we love it here. You know, and as a citizen, if I'm looking at, you know, well, we've already sacrificed this and paid extra for the sewer and the water and all this stuff, and we've been asked to sacrifice. This is something great for our community. This is something that will give our kids memories that they can then, when they get older, would want to run for, you know, office and be able to provide for their kids, their grandkids. So while, you know, some might look at it as fiscally irresponsible, I look at it as sometimes you just gotta, you know, pay a little extra for the nice things in life, you know? And me as a taxpayer, I would rather my tax money go to this, you know? So if you take this money and divide it, it's not that much between the 3,000 something residents. But I just think that, you know, prior administrations have paid for a lot dumber stuff. So, you know, and while we're trying to fix that, sometimes it's just important to make the community a nice community for the residents to be able to do things. So with that, I am very much a yes. So,
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry, just yes.
yeah.
No apologies needed. But, okay, we're gonna move on to new business. Mr. Strittmatter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, I believe, all relating to the fire department. So just proceed with them in proper order, and then Ms. Anderson, you'll close us out.
All right.
So when it's finished.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7580-2026, a resolution approving the promotion of Lieutenant Justin Wise to the captain of the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
A second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. I'll second the original.
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Very much deserving and yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7581-2026. The resolution approves the assistant fire chief to hire Jeff Verdon as a full-time firefighter with the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Second the original.
Okay, before we vote, I just had a question. It says on here he will be provided health insurance after 60 days. Is that per our policies and procedures for every employee? Why is it specifically in the resolution, and does it need to be? Or it's just because that's how we've done it?
Just always done.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there's nothing differentiating that from
No,
before.
because further down, the
Okay.
other one says the same thing.
Yeah, I checked both, but yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7582-2026, a resolution approving the promotion of fire medic Bryant Ernsberger to lieutenant in the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Nuttall?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Second the original.
Okay, I have a quick question about this one. Do we know if the department actually posted this promotion or this position and interviewed by committee, or how were these two chosen for
Yes, they
promotion this
took-
evening? They posted, and everyone who was,
Yes, right.
and was there a committee that interviewed them, or did the two chiefs?
The two chiefs, I think, decided.
Okay, I'll confirm that in the morning, but that's all I needed to be comfortable with. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes, another well-deserved promotion.
Mrs.
For
Coons?
sure.
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7583-2026, a resolution accepting the resignation of Brandon Charles as a full-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. First, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
Second?
Roll call.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Second, the original?
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7584-2026. This is the resolution approves the assistant fire chief to hire Jack Curran as a full-time firefighter with the Lakemore Fire Department. So first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Second, the original?
Thank you, Heather. Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 1930-2026. I'll read this. An ordinance to amend ordinance 1906-2025, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. But first, I would like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Alright. I don't see any reason to go into executive session. So I'll go ahead and make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Roll call, Heather.
Mr. Hoja?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Nuzzo?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. Okay, thank you. And that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Meeting adjourned.
41 minutes.
My goal, I left it down here.
Let me pass this on to
Something happened to it.